Good day, this is Engineer Michael M. Ramos Jr. and we are now in the 16th video about the AutoCAD application of 2D and 3D. So we will now apply the property lines and also the firewall. So we will apply and use the previous AutoCAD file, which is the design plan 2D based on the recorded video of Dr. Edwin R. Arboled. So for this one, we have here the layer commands, and as you can see, we have used the guideline from the previous video. So for this video number 16, we will apply the property line and also the firewall line. So for this one, we have here this specific drawing in which we will apply the specific value of the firewall and also the property line. So let's go back to our AutoCAD application. So we have here the previous floor plan in 2D. And as you can see in our properties, the activated property is we have here the guide line. So we could change the specific lines here by selecting the specific layer line. Okay? So in this properties, we must activate the property line. And as you can see, there is no specific property line in this specific drawing. Okay? So if we will select this line, you'll see that the activated part or the activated portion is guide line. So to turn the specific guideline, okay, so let's select the specific line and change its property. So based in our presentation for our property line, so we have here the color 9 and we have here the Phantom 2 as the line type and the weight of 25. So to assess that, so let's type layer. So we have here the property line. So we have here the color 9, the Phantom 2, and we have here the lightweight of 0.25. So we just verified and check if this property line is matched, okay, based on our presentation. So to change this specific guideline into property line, let's select it. And then from the properties, select the property line. Okay, so as you can see, if we hit escape, this line now is a property line while the other one are guide line. So that's how we could change a certain specific line in our drawing to another character feature, okay, based on our layer. So we have here the match properties. So this is used to easen up the changing of layers, okay, in our drawing. So let's select this match properties. So here, select source object. So let's select this line, which is a property line. And then select destination that we could apply the property line. So let's select this one and also this one and hit enter. So as you can see, some lines are brighter. So this is a property line. This is also a property line and this is also a property line. And if I select this one, this will tend to be a guideline. Okay? So this is guideline, this is a property line, this is also a property line. So the purpose of this one is to see and activate which layers are property, which are properties of guideline. So for example, if we want to activate the property line and hide the guideline, so we have here the light bulb. So when we press it, so we will turn it off. So as you can see, the only property lines or the property line is left in this drawing. So the layer or the guideline layer is hidden. So to turn it on, select this bulb again, turn it on, and we have here our guideline. So for property line, if we want to turn it off, so this specific option is not available because it is the activated one. Okay, so that is the purpose of these settings. Okay, so those three are now property lines from a certain guideline. So in our PPT, okay, in our presentation, so this part, the right part will be our external wall. So our external wall measures an offset of 0.15 meters while the internal wallings measures 0.10 meters. So we will apply the firewall on this right side. So this is the external wall. So we forgot that this right side or the right part must be changed also into property line. So as you can see, if we will hide again the guideline, the remaining four sides will be the property lines. Okay, so let's turn it on again. Okay, so that is the sample. This is the application of what we call the property line. Okay, so for this one, let's hide or try to hide the guideline in the creation of what we call firewall. So for this firewall, so we hide the guideline. So let's select this one. Okay, select this one, and based on the firewall, we have here an offset value of 0.15. So we will offset this line inward, okay, to the left in order to create a firewall. So let's try to type offset, then specific distance. So we have here 0.15 and hit enter. So we've selected that specific object. So let's offset it to the left and hit enter. So now we have here the firewall. So this is placed or located in our right one. So now let's change these specific lines into the in the properties of our layers as firewall. So select this line. Then on our layers, let's select firewall. So as you can see, it changes the colors from white to brown. So now it is a firewall. So select this one and hit firewall. So now we have here the firewall placed on the right side of the drawing. So to hide the property line, same application in guidelines. So property line, so we could not hide it if it is activated. So let's select firewall, and then we can now turn off the property line. So as you can see, we have here the remaining line, which is the firewall. So based on the video, so let's close this firewall by drawing lines on the upper and lower part. Okay, so let's type L for line. Select specific first point, so the endpoint of this one and the endpoint on this one, and hit enter. Okay, the next one, let's span it. Okay, type L for line, specific point, and endpoint, and hit enter. So now we have here our firewall placed or located in the right side portion of our drawing. So for this firewall, so if we want to see the property line, if we want to see the guideline, so let's turn them on. So turn on guideline and also turn on property line. So we have here our drawing, and based from the previous drawing of the floor plan 2D, we apply the application of layers based on the firewall and also the property line. So if we want to hide firewall and also the guideline, so let's select first the property line. Property line. Then let's hide firewall and let's hide the guideline. Okay, and the only left is the property line. So we could not hide the property line because it is activated. Okay, so if we want to hide the guideline, so turn them off, and the activated layers are only the property line and the firewall. Okay, turn them on again. Okay, so those are the applications of different layers from the previous activity. So we have here the guidelines, and we change our drawing. We set the property lines, and we've set the firewall based on the drawing of 0.15 meters. So don't forget to save our drawing. Okay, so that's all for this video. So if you want to watch another video pertaining to layers, so please like, subscribe to my channel, Michael RMS, where we apply what we learn from the academe. Thank you so much. Have a great day and also stay safe.